Welcome back everyone. Now we are having 7th week of ICTune online drums lesson. I know that everyone's having hard time and staying at home most of the time because of coronavirus, but hopefully we can use this time to prepare ourselves to give better and more praise to God. Learning drum is one of the way as well, that we are not learning this because we just want to play, but we want to praise God through this, I'm pretty sure. So make us to remind ourselves why we are doing it, and by saying that, we are going to start 7th week of ICTune lesson. So let's begin. We are going to start off our lesson by reviewing what we learned last week. So last week we have learned one-handed 16-beat and two-handed 16-beat. I'm going to show you first and going to explain a little bit more to you. Okay? So first is one-handed 16-beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and now it's two-handed 16-beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and So there are some differences between one-handed and two-handed 16-beat. First one is that when you play slower songs, you are more likely going to play a one-handed 16-beat. And when you play faster song, because there are a limit of how fast your right hand can go, you are going to most likely use two-handed 16 beats for the faster one. Okay, and even bigger difference than that is that when you play one-handed 16-beat, you are going to play hi-hat and snare at the same time. 1E and 2. Always is going to play together, but when you play two-handed 16-beat, it's going to be different because you're moving your right hand from hi-hat to snare to play snare on 2 and 4. 1E and 2. Okay, so that was the difference. Even though we have just played the basic beats of one-handed and two-handed 16 beats, when we actually play rhythm, we are going to play more diverse rhythm by putting bass drum and snare drum as a combination inside the rhythm. So if I show you example through the one-handed 16 beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So this is variation of one-handed 16 beat, and for two-handed 16 beats, it's going to be just like this. So if we just play basic beats, it's going to be same rhythm from beginning to the end. But when we play more variation, we can put more dynamics inside the music. Also, people who are listening to music will feel different as well. So we are going to learn how to put these combination inside the rhythm later, but I'm just showing you what the concept of the rhythm is. We only have one new topic for today, that is paradiddle between your right foot and left hand. But before that, I'm going to explain a little bit more about paradiddle. We have learned this stroke, I think in second week or third week, either one of it. But that was single, single, double, single, single, double. So if I talk about the hand, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And even though this is a mixture of single and double, this is considered as one of the basic strokes. So I hope that you've been practicing this before, but if you were not been practicing this, then I would suggest you to practice from now on, okay? But this is paradiddle, so if I go a little faster between my hands, if I use different sound of drums, such as this. So this was paradiddle, but we are going to talk about paradiddle between your right foot and left hand instead of your right hand. So it's the same thing, same stroke, but you're just playing right foot in right hand's place. So it's going to be 1, E, and A, 2, E, and A. Again, single, single, double, and single, single, double. So if you look at this, I'm going to use this into 8 beats, which is considered as the most basic rhythm. So you can see how it's going to be used, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4E and 1 and 2 and 3E and 4E and So if you look at the rhythm, the basic rhythm starts with 8 beats. So count is like 1 and 2 and. But when you're looking at the paradiddle between the right foot and left hand, it's counted as a 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and. So when you are actually mixing this into the 8-beat rhythm, then you are going to play this twice faster than your hands. Okay, so that means that paradiddle between your right foot and left hand should come up to certain speed so that you can use it for the 8-beat. Okay? But at the first time when you practice it very slow. I don't want you to go fast because when you try to go fast, when you're not used to it, your body is not going to react it right. That means that when you play it, you might play in different speed. This is not usable. And this is not usable as well. Okay? You have to play with the exact same speed, exact same length between each note. So it should be. To make sure that your body plays it right, you can play even much more slower than that. What matters in the beginning is how correctly you're playing. Okay? Once you get the right rhythm and once your body is getting used to it, as you practice more and more every day, you are going to be able to play it faster. Okay? When you go faster than the starting point, then you are going to talk about the bass drum double as well. Because as your hand is playing double, your foot has to play double as well, but it's not that used to playing bass drum. So I want to explain to you how you can play double for your bass drum. Okay? So first one, if you're lifting your heel and only playing through your toe, then you are going to slide. Okay, so first hit would be the middle of the bass pedal, and second hit would be the end of the bass pedal. So you are sliding it to play twice. Okay, if you're putting your heels down on the bass pedal always, then how you are going to play double is just stepping on the bass pedal twice. This time you're trying to make muscle through your shin, so that at first, as you're practicing, you are going to feel a little bit weird here, but as you practice more and more, you'll be able to play like this. Okay. Third way of playing is, let me show you my foot better. Playing the middle part of the bass pedal with your heel, and then play the end of bass pedal with your toe. So it's going back and forth. Okay. So third one is kind of awkward and not easy, but it will be used well when you play that momentary the double stroke on bass drum. Okay, so I suggest you to practice all 3 methods of playing double on your bass drum. But for now, you can choose one of it that you are most used to, and then you can just practice with that. Because as time goes, you are going to have chance of practicing drums in different ways. Okay. So as you choose how to play a double on your bass drum, you can keep practicing paradiddle between your right foot and left hand. Okay, we're not going to mix rhythm yet. Okay, we're just going to play this for this week, and then next week and more weeks coming up, we are going to use this to make a better rhythm, or not really better, but different rhythm, okay, and more fun rhythm that you can play. So this is the basic of it. So it's important for you to practice this, okay? But we have learned paradiddle between your right foot and left hand. This is it for today's IC Tune. I know that we haven't learned any real rhythm, but what we learned today, paradiddle between your right foot and left hand, is really important for not only for next week's lesson, but as you're playing drum, you are going to use much more combination of these two. So make sure you practice that, and we are going to learn more fun things next week. And hopefully you will be able to get through what we planned so far through this quarter of ICT. I hope you stay safe and healthy, and I'm going to see you next week. Thank you.